Fresh off the heels of pissing everybody off for an entire week, Disney Star Wars comes out with the news. What is the news, you may ask? Well, I guess we're not going to be getting that Rey movie first. We're going to be getting another movie first. So they came out with this announcement saying that the next movie we're going to see from Star Wars and Lucasfilm is going to be a Mandalorian movie called The Mandalorian and Grogu. Now, 3 or 4 years ago, I probably would have been excited for this movie. I probably would have been, yes, this is the step. This is the direction Star Wars needs to go. This is the right move by Disney and Lucasfilm. I still like Jon Favreau. For the most part, I think it was dog shit that Jon Favreau decided to tuck his tail between his legs when Gina Carano got fired. But that's neither here nor there. I think the poor guy is being trapped against his will at Lucasfilm, but I digress. Dave Filoni, on the other hand, I would like to point out that Dave Filoni is such a fucking pussy. It's unreal how much people think that he's going to save Star Wars and how much damage he's actually caused in return. I was one of those people who watched Ahsoka. I've been watching The Mandalorian since it came out. I've been watching the Book of Boba Fett. I've been keeping up with all the tabs on this shit. And guess what? Dave Filoni he's not the guy. Not anymore. Not anymore. He has bent the knee to Kathleen Kennedy. He is now a Kathleen Kennedy advocate. If there was ever a civil war at Lucasfilm between Favreau and Filoni and Kathleen Kennedy's camp, it is over now. It has been over for a long time. Filoni gave in to the dark side, as they would put it, if Kathleen Kennedy is indeed the dark side in this perspective. Jon Favreau has lost his best buddy in this case, and, well, ain't much you can do after that, right? Kathleen Kennedy, I'm not going to speak too much on her because, you know why? She's just like an angry fucking feminist, like all these fucking bitches in Hollywood, really. But she's so hell-bent on getting revenge for being treated like shit probably as a producer back in the day for Steven Spielberg, that it's blinded her and completely taken over her vision of Star Wars. As for Dave Filoni, I'll save more on him for another video another day. But Jon Favreau I do actually like and respect. I just respect him less now because of Gina Carano's firing. However, he is helmed to be the director of this new Mandalorian and Grogu movie, and that sounds like a good deal. Here's the biggest problem for me when it comes to a Mandalorian and Grogu movie. I don't care. I stopped giving a fuck about Star Wars right around the time of Book of Boba Fett. I think I was pretty much done at that point. And it only got progressively worse because I watched Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then I actively hated the franchise. And now I could sit here and rant to you all day, but I want to keep a very precise vision here. We're going to make this very focused. Because you see, if I just rant all day, then I'm not going to get anywhere with my point. That could be used for multiple videos that I would like you to subscribe to my channel for. So if you haven't already, subscribe, like, share, comment. Go for it, buddy. Also, before I get into all the details there, I would also like to add that in my previous video, Star Wars is Dead for Normies, I referenced Geeks and Gamers, Ryan Kinnell, and Jeremy Griggs, or whatever. Yeah, is it Griggs? No. D.A. Cobra. I referenced them and from their Geeks and Gamers Daily podcast in my video, and I was not intending to slam them. I was not intending to besmirch them or do anything of the sort. In fact, I was using their clips to try and emphasize my point because I actually agree with them, and that's why I used their clip. So I hope there was no confusion there because I actually support those guys, and I hope you do too. They're good people. As for Lucasfilm, not so great. Not so great. Lucasfilm is full of scumbags, and I think that the argument that firing Kathleen Kennedy would be a solution to saving Star Wars, I would say you're stupid, because you wouldn't just have to fire her. You'd have to cleanse the palate. You'd have to go all the way down the line and just go gone. Fire everybody. Fire everybody. Which now brings me to the point of this video, the point of why I would be making this video. You're probably asking yourself, with that kind of title, how would you do that? How would you save Star Wars? Well, on a normal day, I would say, you can't. That's it. But no. In all seriousness, The way you save Star Wars is actually more easy than you think, but it could be very complicated legal terms or whatever kind of thing. Now, let's just say, look, if I had Star Wars, if I had full rights, full everything for Star Wars, what I would do, okay? If I were Disney, what I would do, right? I would put Star Wars as an IP in the vault. I would shove it in the vault. I would put it on ice for 5 to 10 years. Let it sink. Let it cool down. Don't put out any new books, no new video games, no new movies, no TV shows. Let it be what it is. Just let it sit for itself, Come back in some time and try and revamp. Try something new. Maybe, see if there's still interest. And if there's not, go back away again. I'm sure some big corporations like Disney would have time to do that. Another option that you could do is, which a little bit more humbling, in my opinion, is apologize. Apologize to the fans. Apologize publicly to Gina Carano. Wait, did I mention apologize to the fans? Why don't you apologize to the cast members too? And while you're at it, apologize to the fans. Did I say that already? I'd like to mention that they should apologize to the fans, because that is more horrendous than anything, is attacking the fans online. The story is one thing. It's all dog shit. But blaming the fans and making an enemy out of your paying customers, that is really what crossed the line for me. So there's 3 options here for saving Star Wars. If you really want to save Star Wars, because that bitch is deader than a fucking deadite, bro. Option 1, put it on ice. Don't produce anything new. Option 2, apologize to your fan base and apologize to all the people you've besmirched over these last 10 years. Option 3, retcon all of Disney Star Wars. That includes the occasional, casualty here and there of like something good, like an Andor or a Clone Wars Season 7. Something like that. That's how you're going to save Star Wars. You got to retcon all of them bitches. You know what kept Star Wars alive in like the 16-year time gap between the original trilogy and the prequels? Fans. Fans kept it alive by coming out and reading the expanded universe, reading the tales that, kept the franchise going until the prequels came out. I know that the prequels weren't greatly appreciated when they first came out, but they gained a following. They aged like fine wine, in my opinion. They're still not the greatest movies ever, but the mythology that George Lucas tried to portray in his stories is ever so clear, even with time now that we see. The sequel trilogy, The Mandalorian, everything that Disney Star Wars has ever produced since they gained the rights to Star Wars, that's gonna age like fucking cheese. Not even like good cheese, like moldy cheese, like bad cheese, like the stuff that's made in a factory kind of cheese. And I just think that it's funny that now they're coming out with, hey guys, don't worry about that Rey movie yet. There's a lot of backlash we're trying to avoid. So they want to distract you from the Rey movie so that they can put out this Mandalorian movie to make people think, oh, we're going to all go buy the Baby Yoda thing. Oh, I guess now is a good time as any to sit down and explain my Mandalorian Season 3 review, because I watched that dog shit 8-episode fucking abortion and I never got to review it. So here's what happened. Nothing. It's 8 episodes of side quests, merchandise promos, ridiculous cameos, walking, and a lot of cute Baby Yoda shit. As far as I'm concerned, Baby Yoda was old in 2022, dude. It was old then. We're in 2024 now, and you're thinking about putting this shit in the movie theaters? It's like, why weren't you putting it in the movie theaters like 2 or 3 years ago when it was at its most popular? But I think this whole Mandalorian movie thing it's a panic move, because Season 3 was such a freaking disaster. And I guess I could make a review on it later, but Season 3 was such a disaster that they're probably taking all the ideas for Season 4 and shoving them into a movie. That is a direct result of the backlash that the Rey movie is getting, that for some reason everybody just finally jumped on. Took y'all 8 months to get there, but here we are. But Baby Yoda, since we're back on Baby Yoda here. Since we're talking about Baby Yoda, I think it's fine. It's probably fair to mention that the reason they're putting this out is so they can get more people back, so they can try to earn that respect again. It's like, it is way too motherfucking late to try and earn some respect by putting out Baby Yoda, because the next time I see that little fucker, I'm going to be punting him to the moon. Baby Yoda is no longer a character. Grogu is no longer a character, because in the Book of Boba Fett, you plucked him from Luke Skywalker and put him back in the hands of the Mandalorian. And that's not a creative decision that was made to enhance the story. It was made to get people to watch season 3 of The Mandalorian, which was dog shit. And it's at this point that I realized that Baby Yoda Grogu is never going to grow up. He's never going to be older than what he is, because he is just a merchandising tool to get idiots to come back to Star Wars and give them money. He is their highest grossing like merchandise that they've had. That's what they've had on, you know, in survival mode, because nothing from the sequel trilogy is making any motherfucking money. It's all Mandalorian stuff. It's all Grogu stuff. That's what's really making money right now. And it's really sad that there's so much potential in all that Disney Star Wars has created. There's been so much that they could have done with this franchise. Hell, you know it's really bad when they fuck up the theme parks. Disney, well known for its theme parks, Disney World, Disneyland, and they create Galaxy's Edge. Like, you created Iraq with a Millennium Falcon in the middle of it. It would have been awesome if Disney capitalized on George Lucas's Star Wars and made attractions like a whole Disney World for George Lucas, like a Lucas World thing. I think there was a development for that at one time. But think about all the crazy stuff that could have been in Lucas World. Think about, like, you know, all the roller coasters, all the fun things that you could have done. I'll save a discussion for that in another video. But when you fuck up so bad that you could have taken advantage of Lucas's Star Wars in the theme parks, instead they relied on the success of the Disney sequel movies to sell theme parks. They relied on that. And culturally, the Star Wars fingerprint has died. It is nowhere. Can you reference anything from the sequel movies other than memes roasting it? I find it hard to be enraged with Lucasfilm and Star Wars anymore, because nothing they say surprises me. They've pretty much come out and said that they hate people like me. They hate the fans. They hate George Lucas. They hate everybody. They're a bunch of sourpusses, and they're a bunch of fucking assholes. And I really have no reason to be mad anymore. I've just been apathetic. I don't care, right? That is the heart. Like, at least people who are still passionate for it can be mad. They can be aggressive towards this feminist propaganda or this woke agenda that they're pushing in the movie. But it's just, I've been so desensitized to it for so long that it's like every time they come out with something new like that, I'm like, I don't care anymore. You can have it. You can have Star Wars now. It is yours. You have destroyed it, and I don't want it anymore. So I can't even get mad at him anymore. And I don't feel joy for the Mandalorian movie coming out. And oh yeah, and Ahsoka season 2, fucking great. The one thing that I could really find pure joy in is having a YouTube channel where I can monetize Disney Star Wars. Because I can probably guess by now that Ahsoka season 2 is not going to be good, because season 1 wasn't very good. I mean, it was certainly better than most things that Lucasfilm has put out recently, but it's not the best thing ever, and it's certainly not very good. Would I say that it's woke? It's feminist propaganda, maybe. Mandalorian season 3, boring, pointless. I watched it. It was gross. I don't like it. Ahsoka season 1, why are we having a season 2? I don't wanna. A Mandalorian movie. I can't wait to go to a movie and sit down for 2 hours to watch Din Djarin walk. Watch him walk. And he'll walk. He'll walk some more. Him in his tinfoil helmet. He'll be just walking. He'll say, "This is the way." And then he'll walk some more. Little baby Grogu will be like, whatever he does. There's going to be a lot of merch promos in there trying to sell you toys. There's going to be a lot of callbacks to old Star Wars movies, because we need to be reminded of what good actually was, but sprinkle it in with a bunch of dog shit. We're going to have a lot of meaningless side quests where no plot or story ever takes place. You might as well be playing a video game. And the memery of this movie might be on par with the Marvels in terms of memery, but that doesn't mean that the movie's going to be that bad. I just think it's going to be that boring. So am I excited for the Mandalorian movie? No. Am I excited for the views I'm going to get on my channel for reviewing it and roasting it? Yeah. Am I excited for the Ahsoka season 2 coming out? No. Am I excited for the views and clicks I might get for reviewing Ahsoka season 2? Yeah. Am I excited for the Rey movie? Fuck no. But am I excited to see how much I'm gonna get off of the Ray movie? Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna monetize that bitch until I'm rich. So I have, like, if you were to get me all emotional, get me all, like, I'm not excited, I am not happy, I'm not sad, not angry, I'm apathetic towards Disney Star Wars. However, I do care. I do care about our culture. I do care about a franchise that I had once loved since I was a little kid. And I will continue to crusade through Disney Star Wars to call out and belittle the people who belittled us as fans. You want to save Star Wars, you got to either retcon, you got to either apologize, or you just got to start over. So I'd like y'all to like, share, comment, subscribe, do whatever makes you happy. And I do want to leave y'all with a little message from Isaac of the Dead. Check this out. Shout out Kathleen Kennedy. Shout out Star Wars. Star Wars is dead. We let it happen. Star Wars is saved. I know you capping, attacking the fans and blaming on them when your stories are lacking. This is the story of fans fighting back. We're getting tired of all the attacks. Soul lost money, Galactic Cruiser, you've been burning the cash, ignoring the facts. I'm your father, be calling me daddy. You getting mad, I'll send you the addy. Millions of dollars on a fan base that's been split in half. Blaming on Kathy, do or do not, cause I know you don't try. Using the media to stack up on lies. Pablo Hidalgo been acting a fool while everyone else is smashing his wife. How you gonna let the Republic get high? You shrunk thin on a poster for China. Call everyone an Istrophobe or a bigot if they don't have flaming vaginas. The force is not female. You can take the L. Fuck Leslie and Pedro and Brian Young and Christina Ariel. Dave Filoni is overrated. I feel the hate, someone had to say it. He supported Ray and laughed in our faces while all the men turned into betas. Can't cut with no lightsaber. Miku's film been infiltrated, giving power to pedos and freaks and demons. I'm calling out all the Raylos. Yeah, I'm gonna monetize that bitch until I'm broke.